everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. As you can see, I got the new coding for Vera. So yeah, update, I got the new coding. So yeah, it's fire.
Hey, tell me a joke. Anything as long as it's fun. That's fine. I just want to see you racking your brain.
But yeah, I got the new coding for Han Ying. So yeah. I mean for Vera. But yeah. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome. Today, we are going to be continuing Han Ying's The Floating Reverie. We are going to be continuing this story, and I'm super excited to see how the rest of it unfolds here today, man. Super excited to see how the rest of it unfolds. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go. Let's dive into the story. 4-8. Close at hand. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. There's a normal and a different, an unseen point of view. Okay. That's something different. Did not expect that. I'm not doing that. Cough. I don't know. What the hell? That's supposed to be, bro. A battered guardian staggers towards Pulau. Its long blade, meant for slashing enemies, has become a walking stick. A cold light flashes behind Pulau, just before the guardian is pierced through the chest by a spear. The light in its eyes slowly flickers and fades until it shuts off completely and the weapon falls from its grip. My lady! I'm fine. The mechanoid didn't seem to have ill intentions. But it's neutralized now nonetheless. Thank you. We've just finished off a few small fries from behind. Pula picks up the fallen sword that belonged to the Guardian. A cluster of debris from Kowloon mechanoids lay in front of her. All these Kowloon mechanoids were hijacked, including the Guardians. This must be the Cradle's doing. But we haven't found any hackers. I mean, we haven't encountered anything except aggressive mechanoids. As long as they're still hiding in this mountain, we will find them. Seems like they've not only kidnapped Kowloon citizens, but they're also collecting mechanoids for their own use. And if nothing is done about it, they can become a threat to Kowloon. Roger that, we will speed up our search for the hackers and the missing civilians. Wait. The long blade in Pulau's hand is a standard weapon for Guardian 1. It was designed to be durable and to withstand attacks from all sorts of enemies. But this one is covered in rust and its edge is marred with numerous chips. Has any of you rested since we got here yesterday? We haven't, not when it's in our responsibility as Pulau crew to protect Kowloon and its citizens. That won't do. Pulau puts the longsword next to the Guardian and in a stern tone starts speaking to the Pulau crew. Humans have limits. How are we supposed to keep Kowloon safe if you all work yourselves into pulps? We don't feel particularly tired, though. You don't need to act tough when it's just us alone. The head of the Pulau crew is about to say something but swallows her words. Understood. Let us get some rest then. The dozen Pulau crew lined up along the passage quickly scatters, each looking for a comfortable spot to get some rest. I'll keep watch, my lady. I'll join you. Pulau leads her on a tree branch hanging over the wooden passage, and they sit down together. From there, they have a clear view of the narrow trail they took up the hill and the mountain ridges amid the hazy clouds nearby. Pulau gets a piece of candy and hands it to the girl sitting beside her. Just a little something to keep you going when you're tired. Thank you. Pulau crew peels off the wrapper and tosses the lime-colored candy into her mouth. Wow, this is super sour. It's a salted plum candy. Pulau unrolls one for herself and chucks it into her mouth. Sour indeed. Do you always have candy with you when you go on missions? It's just an old habit. But you don't need to eat candy for energy now anymore, right? I don't need to, but that doesn't mean I won't. Pulau stares into the clouds shrouding the towering mountains as she gently swings her legs. You can't find a view like this on the Niter. Kowloon may well be the last place in the modern world that still offers such a sight. I remember that when I was young, my father would tell me tales from lots of different places. Some were of desolate mountains, some of glamorous, magnificent cities, and even railroads that span an entire continent. He must have been to a lot of places. I'm jealous. But in the end, he left the Niter. My father left the Niter while I was still very young. He roamed the world as a scavenger, and I was raised by my mother. He only contacted us a few times in over a decade. Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't be. He probably doesn't even remember that he has a daughter. As long as you still remember him, you'll see him again. Pulau flashes a bright smile and gives her companion a few pats on the shoulder. I've always held on to the belief that one day we will be reunited with the ones we hold dear. We will. The fog thickens just as the candy in Pulau's mouth melts away and vanishes. Aw. Did you manage to get some rest today? I took a quick nap around noon. Okay, I'll let you take over then. Wake me up right away if anything comes up. Aw. Copy that. No sooner has she lain down on the dead branch than the distant echo of a bell begins to resonate throughout the valley. Through the valley. Pulau's super cute, man. Alert, alert. This is the same sound we hear every time before the enemy attacks. Come on, not even going to let us rest now? Pulau of Kowloon, prepare to fight. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was cute, bro. Ah, hello there.
Power strike. Breaker slash. I won't let you guys get away. I'll try my best. It hurts.
Let's go. Boom, there we go. We'll be watching from here. Please go up the mountain. Okay, let's go.
Breaker flash! I won't let you guys get away! It hurts. I won't let you guys get away!
Come on, boom, boom, boom.
Star strike!
Bam. Okay.
Breaker flash! I'll try my best.
Let's go. Hey, oh, let's
I
go.
won't let you guys get away! Star strike!
Okay. Nice. May the heavens stand unchanging. 3 o'clock. Up the rock face. They're closing in. Up there, right above us. Strike them. Strike them down. May fate unfold in a gentle sway. Back into formation. The passage. They're destroying the wooden passage. Watch out. Senai, hold my hand. To spiritual peaks may you find your way. It's so cold. I don't want to die. Don't let go. Hold on. Quick, hurry. Please let the bleeding stop. That won't do. Get to the soldering iron. We gotta seal it off. May you, dear one, find well-being's embrace. My lady? Yes? Casualty check is complete. 3 killed. The 2 severely wounded are being attended to. I see. But Senai, we will find her on our way down. No, we have to. Yes, understood. Let's get some rest now. Copy that. After giving out the instructions, Pulau leans against a wooden pillar outside the corridor alone and digs out another piece of salted plum candy from her pocket. It takes her 3 tries to get the wrapper off with her fingers still trembling. Is she feeling exhausted? For a brief moment, she is on the verge of tears, but she manages to hold them back. She tosses the candy into her mouth and falls asleep. And falls into a deep slumber next to heaps of wreckage, surrounded by the cold mist and amidst the verdant peaks. Here, hold your hand just a bit higher, right here. 1, 2, 3. Keep your eyes on your hand like this and lift slowly up to here. Got it? Aw. Here, I'll show you. Yearning for winter's touch atop snowy peaks, snow dances. Your eyes and hand have to move together, except for this last line when they have to part. Don't look back, Yo-Yo. Don't look back. The key to this dance is that you can't look back. Let me try again. Good. Practice makes perfect. Huh, you guys are still here? It's getting late. Yo-Yo's entrance exam is coming up the day after tomorrow, so I'm helping her with practice. Oh my, don't be so harsh on your little sister. See, she's all sweaty all over. I'm not done yet. I want to practice some more. But I mean, Hanyang, we can let her in without a test if you put in a word for her. Everyone knows how you've been taking care of us all these years. No, because I know she can do it if she just puts in the hard work. That goes to show that you really are sisters from the same mother. Look then, I'll be off. Remember to take a break. Uncle Kai saved some food for you two. Remember to go see him before you head back. Oh, thank you very much. What did the foods taste like that evening? It's the taste of being a human. Uncle Kai! Oh, Yo-Yo and Hanyang? Quick, sit down. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Uncle Kai. Oh, don't worry about it. I need to head out on the night patrol anyway. Plenty of time to save some food for you. We've got spicy boiled fish, white-cut chicken, and eggplant with minced pork for dinner tonight. Wow, it smells amazing, and there's a whole lot of food. I saved a lot for you. A few hungry bears tried to ask for some, but I said no. Thank you, Uncle Kai. Well, kids need to eat more while they're growing bones. Yummy. I'm glad you like it. I'm going to head out for my patrol now. Enjoy your meal. Bye, Uncle Kai. Thank you. Slow down or you'll choke. How are you feeling? I'm fine. Working on the basics should make anyone tired. My muscles are just a little sore, but nothing that can't be solved with a table of yummy food. You'll feel better after taking a hot bath when we get home. Here, have some of this. Okay. I've never tasted anything like that meal that night ever since. Ever since that night, I've never seen her smile again. Hanyang. Damn. It's just a dream? Palau moves her mouth around only to realize that the salty plum candy has already melted, leaving a sweet flavor with a tinge of sourness and bitterness. Coming into sight are the same lush mountains. The same chilly fog, and a path forward that seems to have no end. Damn. That's sad, bro. Damn. That's all I can say, man. Just damn. Question and answer. We're here again. We're just going around in circles. Spooner crushes the pebble he placed on the eaves himself 2 hours ago. The mountain trails here sure are more complicated than they seem. Your friend might be as lost as we are now on this mountain. But you haven't seen any trace of Yo-Yo for a while. Over there, Hanyang! Following Spooner's finger, she sees it. Over the wooden passage just around the crypt is a silhouette of a hunched-over figure. A human? We haven't met a single human since we entered this mountain. And one appears exactly when we find ourselves lost. What are the odds, huh? What do you think? This could very well be a trap set up by the cradle. But we've been going around in circles on this mountain for a while without any lead. So we're gonna give it a try now, even if it's bait? You cannot get your hands on a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den. I don't quite understand that Kowloon's saying, but alright. I'll leave the talking to you. I can still find it difficult to interact with humans. Yet in the midst of the discussion, the hunchbacked old man walks straight past Spooner and Hanyang as if he cannot see them. Sir? Oh, my apologies. My ears and eyes are failing me. I'm Miku. Nice to meet you, too. Do you live on this mountain? You could say that. It's just a mountain with a tattered temple. Could you tell us exactly what happened here? Do you know anything about the cradle? And have you seen a little girl? You sure have a lot of questions. Take it easy. The old man brushes off some dirt on a rock nearby and leans against it. We're still a distance away from the top of the mountain. It wouldn't hurt to take a break here. Spooner grows alarmed hearing the old man's words. Wait, how did you know we were heading to the peak? I don't suppose my guess was wrong, though. That's where people go when they visit the mountain, and it's been that way since only heaven knows when. You have no reason to believe me, but I'll answer whatever questions you might have. Well, here you go, Han Ying. I'll be hanging around for recon. Hit me up if you ever need anything. And people from Kowloon sure have an interesting way with words. Casting a look at Han Ying, Spooner steps over the other side of the passage. Han Ying, that's a great name indeed. Now let's see. What happened here up the mountain exactly? We haven't run into anyone but you the entire way coming up. Well, let's just say some people showed up here uninvited. And I suppose that's Cradle? Correct. They came a few decades ago and took over the mountain temple. The mountain temple has always been here, except they showed up, and I suppose the mountain temple will still be here in a few years when they're gone. Damn. You seem quite familiar with them. Well, I've learned a few things here over the years as a janitor. Oh, he's a janitor, eh? And what I just told you, I learned from them, from people. Is there anyone else here? Nope, all long gone. I was just wondering if you've seen a kid here, about 15 to 16 years old, wearing a white cape. I don't think that's someone I'd describe as a kid. And I suppose you've seen her then? I saw her a while back when she passed by in a rush leading a group of people. Looking like a boss carrying a giant axe and all. Pretty sure that was her. Says Miku as he points at the passage just behind the cliff. I'm sure that was her because she was just like you. Like me? Right, and that you're both trapped in the dark and throwing yourselves at fire. People are after the delusional wishes that the cradle created, and the girl is after the delusional consequences that cradle left in its wake. And you're no different. But I didn't come seeking any delusion, though. Is she whom you really came looking for? Sticking his hand into the shade of the tree by a rock, Miku comes up with an apple. Have you any idea why this mountain is called Mount Hiawu? I have no idea. The mountain didn't used to go by that name until a little over a millennium ago when a poet by the name Householder Chang Wu passed away here. Legend has it that she was just passing by when she decided that this is where she was going to end her life. And so the mountain was named after her. But a name is just a name. What matters is what lies beneath. Could you shed some light on that? There are things that even mankind struggles to wrap our heads around, and it'd be unreasonable to ask robots to do the same. Still, be it humans or mechanoids, we're all emotional beings that belong to the world. So there will come a day when we understand things that we once struggled to understand. Strange how there isn't a single apple tree up on this mountain, no? With it, the man passes the apple in his hand to Han Ying. I'm sure it's tasty. Of course, it's fleshy, soft, and sweet. But is this really an apple? It could be. Well, it still is, at the very least. Looking every bit as real as an actual apple and emitting a fresh fruity tang, the fruit shimmers with a tantalizing red. Oh shit. But before she knows it, the apples seemingly have defied all common senses. It's grown into an enormous maple tree. Before it wilts and shrinks into a tiny little seed, all in the blink of an eye, and lies quietly in her hand. Wait, I don't. This is impossible. Is this some sort of illusion? Birth and death. Everything there is in this world experiences the cycle. But it doesn't happen at the speed in the real world, which means this is all a dream. With Han Ying's eyes upon him, the man, without saying a word, looks back at her with a gentle smile. But how did he even get here without picking up a single sign? Wait, is it because of the cradle? That would be correct. And I take it that's the same that happened to Yo-Yo too. She passed by here 3 days ago, taking the path right up ahead. Without getting lost? They seemed very interested in her, so they drew her toward the peak with this very straightforward path. They as in the cradle? The man shakes his head, not answering Han Ying's question. Well, is there a way I can find her and leave this place then? That's where people go when they visit the mountain, and it's been that way since only heaven knows when. Past the peak, you'll find the answers you need, all the questions you have. To all the questions you have. Can I help you with anything else? What are you going to do? Me, well, what exactly do you think this old man is going to do? We came across nothing but modified mechanoids the entire way, and we didn't see a single human being until we met you. And granted that this was all a dream, why are you telling me all this, though? Can I really trust you? That's for you to decide. Truth is but in the eye of the beholder, for a rose by any other name smell just as sweet. The man reaches for the seed in Han Ying's hand and takes it. Let me keep this seed for you now. For now, we'll cross paths again. And here they are. The old man's body begins to digitize. Han Ying! Oh shit. Having been keeping an eye on the scene this entire time, Spooner wastes no time rushing up to Han Ying. Except when he gets there, the man who's been sitting on the rock is now nowhere to be seen. I'm fine, Spooner. Totally knew we were up against something. This place isn't real, if what the man said was true. What do you mean? The man. Show me that what happens here can go beyond our understanding of how things work in the real world. Now we might have walked right into this trap that Cradle set up from the get-go without knowing it. And I gather that means we are in some sort of virtual world. I know how crazy that sounds, but I think that's what's happening. There's no way to prove one way or the other, though. I mean, if this entire thing has been trapped from the get-go, this is probably a place where reality and virtuality blend into each other, like in a dream. Does it count as a dream, though? Because theoretically speaking, mechanoids don't dream. Our neural circuit that runs on minimum power is the closest thing we have to what a human would call a dream. Have you never had a dream? Never. I've been in one myself until Sage woke me up from it. And all these days that Yo-Yo and I spent together in the Niter seemed like a dream to me from yesterday. Mechanoids and dreaming, now that's unheard of. Everything seemed real in that dream I was in. I probably knew that it was just a dream somewhere deep down. Still, I wasn't able to wake myself up from it. Well, I guess it's more like I didn't want to wake up from it. Have you ever seen Sage before then, or any of her work? Never. The only thing I'd heard about her was that she was able to enlighten mechanoids and give us what they call a heart. Which means you work solely by living with that little girl, without ever having met Sage. Mankind's records say that dreams show one's consciousness very vividly. It's only when a machine has awakened that it becomes aware of the self, and with that realization comes consciousness. And that consciousness, in other words, is the heart. So that is the heart. You're the first one I came across at the church that describes the consciousness as dreams. And it's something we've only heard of a handful of times, even from Sage herself. Spooner's words seem to be pointing at the only one thing now. And if you truly had awakened by that point, then that's when you had a heart. That's what Kyrios said to me too, back at the church. Except I have no idea how to prove that, and Kana had no way to prove this part that they call the heart. Or maybe that's not something that needs to be proven to begin with. Spooner shakes his head in confusion. I haven't quite wrapped my head around all these just yet. But do you trust the man? For whatever it's worth, he might have just been saying that the Cradle tried to bait us with. I don't think he's a fabulist, given his peaceful and insightful tone. There's something intentionally left unspoken throughout the entire conversation, all the while we both knew perfectly well that he was withholding something. Strange indeed. The Cradle could have just turned this place into a maze and never let us leave, had they really wanted us to suffer. Except that man said, truth is but in the eye of the beholder. And to me, sounded like we can make our way out of here with whatever path we think would be able to get us out of here. And that's all we need to do to get out of here? I mean, that sounds almost too easy to me. If we really are in a dream, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to try and get a little more imaginative. Where's the path we were just on? This way, along the cliff and to the left. Taking a step forward, Han Ying sets foot again on the same passage she has been through only way too many times. You've been through that path countless times already. Let's just give it one more try. Huh? Aw, let's go. It's pretty good, man. I like it. The Weaver. The sound of a bell continues to linger in the mountain valleys. The previously faint and muffled chimes have now become distinct, possibly because the two have passed the halfway point of the mountain. Yo. This is the fourth time. The sky begins to darken. The vegetation thriving at the foothills gradually turns from lush green to a subdued gray-yellow as they ascend. After breaking out of the loop passage near the mountain's midpoint, Han Ying sees brand new paths continue to appear ahead of herself, leading the two into a landscape painted into autumnal hues of yellow and red. Along with new pathways, endless streams of mechanoids also appear out of nowhere to hinder the travelers. The bell is probably a sound signal that someone is using to control these mechanoids. Enveloping the wooden passage are clouds of snow-white mist. 1,000-tree woodland stands ahead, yet all are withered and rotting. Funny how fighting in a virtual world can actually tire you out, huh? Do you need to rest? I'm fine, but we've been coming a few hundred meters up since we left that place we haven't been able to get out of, no? God only knows how much longer it's going to take before we reach the peak. According to the info we received when we left, this mountain is a 2,000-der, which means we've only come halfway. Yes, but it's only been about half a day since we got here. Han Ying has been on edge since they ran into the man. They are interested in her. Why did the cradle try to bait Yo-Yo into coming here? From within her memory chip, her past pains her. Because it was on that fateful day years ago that the cradle threatened Yo-Yo into carrying out that contemptible mission. And that's what cost Yo-Yo her memory, along with her right as a human being, turning her into a construct. This is going nowhere. No, Han Ying, this isn't around you. Watch out! Spooner's body gradually dwindles as it disintegrates into lines of data, leaving the sound of a few fragmented words. Spooner! Han Ying tries to no avail to get a hold of the disappearing Spooner. And with it, she sees that her hand is disappearing into the setting sun too. This sure is going nowhere. Which is why I'm here to give you a boost. Now, you only have yourselves to count on to find the answer to your question. Damn, okay.
The music has started. Time for our entrance.
Alright, let's go. Ayo. Running. Ayo, okay. Oh, recalling memories, nice. Well, the music is amazing here, dude. Yo-Yo and the Niter, is this another dream? No, she isn't the real Yo-Yo. This isn't the real Niter either. Why are there two strange butterflies around Yo-Yo? Oh, dude, I love her running animation, bro. Oh, yo. Okay.
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The dance ends.
Hey, let's
the
go.
crane sings. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. Dusk is falling. The dance ends. The crane
Hey,
sings.
let's go.
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Let's go. The butterfly has appeared again. If the butterfly is related to Yo-Yo, it could also be the key to leaving this place. Yo. Let's go. Alright, boys.
I need to steady my stance. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. I need to steady my stance. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Hey,
The
let's
dance
go.
ends. The crane sings.
Alright, let's go.
When the rain stops, wind will... I need to steady my stance.
Yeah. Another butterfly. Seems the butterfly in the stream is related to Yo-Yo indeed. But even the Yo-Yo here is nothing but an illusion.
I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow. The water flows, the clouds divide. The dance ends, the crane
Hey, let's
sings.
go.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Let's go. Alright. Let's move on to the next one, man. 11. The flow... ER11. The Poem of Machines. ER11. The Poem of Machines. Alright, let's go.
It hurts.
Oh, shit.
It hurts.
Let's go.
I'll try my best. Power strike.
Yo, what?
Star strike. Breaker flash. I'll try my best.
Alright, let's go. Okay, this is actually pretty neat that they're trying different perspectives. I like it. When it comes to combat.
Power strike. It hurts like water. Power strike. Star strike.
Let's go. Oh, damn, okay.
It hurts.
Okay.
It hurts.
Come on, bruh. Bro, what the hell is happening?
Guys, watch out.
Oh, shit. Run.
I'll try my best. Breaker flash. I'll try my best. Power strike. It hurts. Guys, watch out. It hurts. I won't let you guys get away.
Let's go. Oh, shit. Pinky swear, pinky swear. Hanning and Yo-Yo swear, a promise made, a promise kept. A promise of 100 years. When Han Ying opens her eyes once more, she is no longer on the deck of the Niter, nor is she staying on the passage she was on. She is now staying on an unfamiliar cliff. This is a different dream. The sight of the Niter cannot be more familiar, but she knows that it is yet another dream. Because at the end of the long avenue, she did not reach out to hold Yo-Yo's hand. Yo-Yo should have turned around and smiled at Han Ying, at her sister. But Han Ying never saw her face. Fear, guilt, worry, sorrow. Han Ying is unsure what exactly is holding her back. Yo-Yo. Hey. Following a wave of distorted data signal, Spooner appears next to Han Ying. His eyes look much more solemn than before and remain transfixed on the path ahead. That was yet another dream, right? Yes. Han Ying, I think the person I'm looking for might be on this mountain too. You mean that friend you spoke of? Yes, in the dream just now. I saw his silhouette. I saw the violent stormy night when we made our escape from the fighting ring, and I saw his name. Ulysses. Only his name? Did you see him? We might have already met him earlier. Spooner shakes his head, still wearing a stern expression. He falls into deep thought. No, I only remember his name. I didn't see him. Ulysses is a name given by the humans from the fighting arena, a name just like Spooner. He was the one who rescued us from the endless bloodshed. He led us through the gates and saved every mechanoid from that ring. We couldn't see each other's faces clearly that day because of the pouring rain. We only had time to quickly learn each other's names before we scattered to avoid being captured by our pursuers. Just now, it was as if I returned to that night. Well, I feel like I've traveled back to the Niter from the past too. I saw things that might have to do with Yo-Yo, but I didn't see Yo-Yo herself. Choose self-destruction due to a logic error in the neural circuit. Chose. Mechanoids who opt for death, regrettably, are beyond rescue. Han Ying recalls what Cravanti said to her about mechanoids that died from self-destruction. All the mechanoids that choose to self-destruct had ended up in a recursive loop of self-contradiction. If dreams like these are sufficient to blur the fine line between reality and illusion for mechanoids, that was only a dream though, so it can't be real, even if it did happen in the past. And this virtual reality we're in right now is something like a dream too. Han Ying frantically shakes Spooner's body, trying to help him snap out of his endless thinking that seems to be a black hole that's sucking him in. This is weird indeed. I've never dreamed before. But there must be a reason. You told me that your friend ended up in Kowloon, right? Yes, but that's what I heard from some of the mechanoids. My sixth sense tells me that he's here, though. Han Ying pauses for a moment, but swallows what she is about to say. Judging from all the mechanoids they met on the way here, if Spooner's friend did enter this mountain, his chance of survival is slim. And up to this point, Han Ying has yet to lay her eyes on another humanoid hybrid mechanoid like Spooner. I'm sure I'll find Ulysses if he's in the mountains. Ho ho ho, how are you two faring? An old weathered voice enters their ears. I assume that both of you have found the answers that you were looking for? Who exactly are you? Marvelous question, but I'm sure you know the answer already in the dream just now. Sometimes the answer doesn't matter as much as the questions you raise. It might be agonizing to have a question with no answer, but having an answer without a question is to have nothing but a void. Did you make us enter those dreams? That's one way to see it. Which means that you control this entire virtual space. No, I have yet to gain that kind of authority. The cradle doesn't allow anyone but themselves possess that kind of power. After all, they are a group of children unwilling to submit their fate into the hand of others. Who in the world are you? You have the power to make us dream, but your methods differ significantly from the Cradle's. Surely I've told you before that I'm just a frail old man. Then are you the Cradle? Of course not, but whether to believe that is your choice. Evidently, the old man is still hiding something from them. There's probably no use attempting to probe this issue further. Have you seen a mechanoid called Ulysses? Wait, I thought you were looking for a yo-yo. Ulysses is someone my friend is looking for. Ulysses, such an exotic name, just like Spooner. Have you seen him? Unfortunately, I do not know of Ulysses. Upon hearing the answer, Spooner looks somewhat disheartened. But so long as you have that wish in your heart, it will be realized in this mountain. After all, this is a place where those who've lost all or hope shall be granted hope. That's where the creed they bestowed upon this mountain. Is the fighting never coming to a stop? Upon hearing the chimes, the two visitors instinctively ready themselves for battle. However, with a wave of his arm, the man signals for them to relax. Oh, it's him. Over there, let's follow it. A mechanoid stands silently on the passage ahead. Another mechanoid, huh? Oh, had enough of me talking? That's fine. Go ahead and follow it. They are waiting. Is the Cradle just up ahead? They are certainly not the Cradle. The old man digs out a tiny seed from his pocket and places it in Han Ying's hand. You can have this from here on out. A seed? Yes, I believe that will come in handy to you at some point down the road. Coming, jeez. Just an old man enjoying his conversation. What's all the rush? The old man giggles to himself as if he were replying to the chimes of the bell. Let's head out now. The final leg of the journey may be the most grueling yet. But promise me to be kind to whatever encounter you have ahead, whether it's the truth or deception. Hey, let's go. Really digging this chapter so far, dude. Life and death. Let's go. Here we are. Go this way and follow the path, and you'll come across the gates. Awake. Okay. All right. Yo, this chapter is amazing, dude. I love it. The presentation of this is amazing. Are they like awakened machines or something?
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. The water flows, the clouds divide. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Let's go.
The dance ends. The crane sings.
Yo, this is beautiful, man.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Yo, what? Just below the wooden deck along the rock face is a clutter of murky clouds. The setting sun dips into the mountain, a mere blink, and it will vanish. For one who seeks the mountain, their gaze is filled with nothing but the winding path, its steps adorned with moss, and the unconquered ridge. You could see Kowloon from here in the past, but the city would disappear from view past this point. The mechanoids stationed on the deck scatter as the old man finishes his sentence. A path to the edge of the deck is cleared for Han Ying and the old man. Yet we cannot see anything but somber clouds now. Still deeply troubled by the unbearable truth, Han Ying is not in the mood to appreciate the scenery pointed out by the old man. If all the mechanoids on this mountain are humans, does that mean... That is not exactly true. These mechanoids are merely reflections in this dream of the real mechanoids in the real world. In this reflection, the cradle inserts the extracted memory and data of the humans into the mechanoids in order to control the mechanoids that are in real life. Which means I've been killing humans since we've entered this mountain. Oh shit. Do you find that difficult to accept? I don't know. I really don't know. Han Ying's voice trembles slightly as her body does. Inside the body of these mechanoids are living human beings. I just don't. Perhaps all of us are just cold, lifeless machines in human skin that commit human sins. No, that is not the same. Han Ying stares at her hands, unable to stop the trembling. A tool to kill. No, it shouldn't have been like this. She only ever wanted to find Yo-Yo, to find the meaning of the heart and the soul, to fulfill her promise and nothing more. Perhaps the self-sacrifice that she so firmly believed in was but an excuse to justify her actions and nothing more than a cover for her selfishness. What on earth have I done? I guess it's safe to say that anything you encounter here are not humans that are alive. Can a human be alive without a physical body? With only his memories and data? Like a caring parent, the old man gently strokes the metal arm of the blubber mechanoid sitting beside him. The cradle duplicated human memories and data to project onto this dream. At that point, they had already given up all hope and died. They chose death willingly. It was not for the sake of others, in fact. They were grateful to you. Why? Just because all they have are their thoughts and spirits doesn't make them any less human, though. Their hearts, their memories, their wishes and pain, I heard them all. I was there to see them dissipate, like machines falling apart, crumbling into pieces. The old man hunches over with difficulty to pick up the rusted and jagged long sword. The sword seems too heavy for the old man. He can barely lift it over to give to Han Ying. Didn't you already hear his wish? Not everyone can bear the weight of life. Humans have the right to choose to live in the past, just as they have the right to choose to die because of the past. Instilling them with hope is even more cruel. Han Ying clenches the sword that has all but fallen apart, trying to feel the warmth left by its owner. If they can live a life full of hope, why would they choose to die? Because hope is a burden too heavy for them. Han Ying cannot wrap her head around the idea. It's simply impossible for a mechanoid to understand such logic. A mechanoid has no reason to reject an acceptable result produced by an algorithm that works with correct inputs. If they can live on with just a sliver of hope, why would they throw their lives away? Don't blame yourself. There is so much between life and death that even humans cannot understand. There are things that you need to attend to that are more crucial than this, aren't there? You can always come back to thinking about these on a different day. You and your friend are still looking for someone, right? Han Ying nods in silence. She needs some time to process the truth. The girl and the Kowloon crew who followed her into the mountain are in the grand hall on the mountaintop, and they are still alive. The mountaintop. You have my best wishes, dear child. But please, put an end to this dream, even if you cannot save her. As the old man turns around without another word, he faces away from the bewildering, blood-soaked sea of clouds stained by the sunset. If this dream continues, the streets of Kowloon will soon be flooded with mechanoids like these. These mechanoids with their weapons will know what to do even if the cradle doesn't. When happens, the fate that commands life and death will no longer be in the hands of the people. Which means I have to kill the mechanoids and the humans to prevent this calamity from befalling Kowloon. Yes. Isn't there another way out? A way to save the souls and data of these Kowloon citizens while thwarting the Cradle's scheme? What do you think? If there were a way to save everyone, then Yo-Yo could have kept her memories and returned to Kowloon, and Han Ying herself would not have died that night after the Cradle gained control of her. When you cannot have the cake and eat it, you must make your choice. For Mechanoid, though, this should be a no-brainer. Sacrificing the few in order to save the many is the only correct option. She knows that the decision should be an easy one. But that doesn't make it any less painful. No, there isn't. You see, we may have control over certain things, but there are things where we simply don't have a choice. It's time to wake up from this dream. Before you go, keep in mind that there is a gate between reality and this dream. The monk you met earlier is the guardian of that gate. Is he a human too? In a sense, yes, but he was given the duty of guarding the gate. You must pass through the gate to see the reality. In order to see Fu Shen. The bell seems to be ringing right inside her ear. Oh shit, missed it. The bell seems to be ringing right inside her ear, and its sounds are becoming increasingly solemn and distinct. The bodies of the mechanoids that have gathered on the deck slowly dissipate and finally disappear altogether. It is time, eh? Fu Shen? Yes, it's a very special mechanoid that has a heart, just like you. But unlike you, it believes that it's been living in a dream when it's actually been living in reality all along. That's the polar opposite of what people living here think. It was robbed of the right to dream because mechanoids cannot dream. But aren't we in a dream right now? That's why I can only live in reality, even though reality might be a bit too cruel for it. Resonating through the mountains, the bell's chimes grow louder, almost to the point of ear-shattering. Could you promise me one last thing before you go? Although what I ask of you may be just as cruel. The old man pauses for a moment as if to let Han Ying prepare herself. But there's no need for the old man to lay it out for her, because Han Ying already knows in her heart what she has to do. Fu Shen, 'tis the name of the mechanoid with a heart she will likely have to kill. Just as she awakened from a dream after having died once, those who are suffering in the cruel reality have the right to be in an ageless sleep inside a dream. Your eyes already behold my question, but do you have the answer in your heart? Does she already have the answer? No, I don't know. I don't have the power over someone else's life and death because it's a decision his own heart needs to make. Well, you already have the answer in your heart, then. All that you are looking for can be found here. Wait! The elderly figure slowly fades away and vanishes. The deck is once again empty, save for Han Ying and Spooner in the distance, along with the chimes of the bell ringing in their ears. They're all gone. The sinking sun casts its last rays on Han Ying. Her shadow stretches across the lonesome deck, silently enduring the somber tolls. The rays of dusk stained like blood, the very crimson liquid that once soaked her hands. The vital fluid from Lady Q that dyed her hands maroon many moons ago. Befitting the same brilliant color of the laughter, the screams, the births, and deaths that took place that night. Han Ying. Yes? It's almost impossible to imagine what the cradle has done on this mountain. Murdering humans, extracting their memories and data to create digitized husks, before implanting them into mechanoids. This is a living hell. Do you consider those humans dead? They are dead from a physiological perspective. But the mechanoids you met just now, no, I mean the Kowloon civilians. The way they behave and speak, their memories, they're clearly living human beings. Spooner shakes his head. I'm not sure how to word it, but I think the truth is much more complicated than that. The truth might be cruel, but I think we need to accept it to be merciful about it. Not every story has a happy ending, and we have no choice but to accept that at a time like this. And that reminds me of Ulysses. God only knows how he's holding up. Spooner becomes choked up and leaves the sentence unfinished. Han Ying, however, knows that the reality is probably far worse than what Spooner might expect. All that you came looking for can be found here. She's looking for Yo-Yo, and according to the old man, Yo-Yo is safe at the peak. But they still haven't seen this Ulysses that Spooner is looking for. And if they are to see Ulysses here, then his fate most likely is already sealed. Spooner, I'm sorry. I will never be able to forgive myself. Why do you say that? Well, what I ask of you may be just as cruel. I think I'm just saying it out of regret, a sense of guilt, or it might be because I did something terribly wrong. Can I really do this? I don't want to be in this beautiful yet hollow dream any longer, but I have to face an even more painful truth to leave. Is all of this really worth it? Her fingertips instinctively move toward her neck once again. Toward that enduring scar. On that fateful night, she hurt Yo-Yo. She deceived Yo-Yo and turned into enemies. But on that same night, she chose death in order to protect Yo-Yo. She was nothing more than an ordinary mechanoid, an ordinary dancer. She did not have the power to protect everyone. She could only selfishly keep her hope safe in her hands. She hoped and prayed that Yo-Yo could live, and that she would one day be able to make her own choices. She died for hope. She held tightly onto that hope throughout that beautiful dream. That was how she was able to continue living in that dream until the day she awoke. I will never deny the things I have done. Perhaps dreams were never as delightful and sweet as they are portrayed in ballads and lullabies. If I have to live with this gruesome reality, then I am prepared to pay an equal price. Come what may, whether it is a human or a mechanoid, alive or dead, I am ready to face it. Leaving the last rays of the sun and the sea behind, Han Ying steps on the final stretch of the narrow, rocky path. Hey, let's go. Let's go. This is actually really good, man. I love it. Really philosophical so far, man. Just really philosophical, honestly. Yeah, this just feels really philosophical. I actually might be close to finishing this today. So, yeah. Make it louder. Alright, let's go. The blaring tolls of the bell shake the mountain at its core, threatening to shatter the slopes at any moment, sending boulders tumbling down. Let's go. Oh, that doesn't sound good, by the way. No longer the melodious chimes that were at the beginning, the rhythmic blares now carry with them wrath and madness. Han Ying is on a narrow, perilous trail carved between two rock walls, which is only amplified the deathly nails. Even the layer of thin ice growing on the slabs is of danger of being blasted off. Over the ear-shattering noise, Han Ying and Spooner have no choice but to communicate through wireless signals unique to mechanoids. The tolls are getting louder and more frequent, meaning we should be drawing near the location the old man mentioned. I think there's probably more to it. The old man said that we'd first come across a gatekeeper before seeing the mechanoid by the name of Fu Shen. We still haven't figured out how this virtual space works, though. The trail makes a hairpin turn. When the last flake of frost hanging off a piece of autumn leaf flutters onto Han Ying's shoulder, the blaring tolls come to an abrupt stop. Han Ying stops in her tracks. Right in front of them is the gate. The beams of sunlight burn down the gloomy clouds onto the summit. Showered in a flaming glow of dusk at the top of the stairway is the gatekeeper, staying silently in front of the gate. It is no doubt a mechanoid, reflecting the sun's radiance as a little evening frost clinging onto the machine's exposed metal parts. The entity is acting as if it has been here since the beginning of time. Han Ying gestures for Spooner to halt. Travelers. The gatekeeper speaks without moving an inch. Han Ying, Spooner. How do you know our names? I was given the duty of guarding the gate, so I must know the names of those who come. We are here to rescue our friends. Please let us through. The bell's tolls are a warning. Are you controlled by the bell too? I am the gatekeeper. I only answer to the gate. I have to enter this gate. This is my duty as the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper shows no sign of letting the trespassers through. Ooh, this art looks amazing, dude. I have to enter this gate. This is exactly what a traveler that came before the two of you said too. They were looking for a way to leave this world too. Was it Yo-Yo? You mean Pulau, who also goes by the name of Yo-Yo. Did Yo-Yo pass through here? Yes, she did. The tolls of the bell let them in. But not the two of you. What if we insist? What if the gate doesn't lead you to where you want to go? What if it's just another dream? Would you still enter? All dreams must come to an end. You leave us with no choice but to fight our way through if you refuse to let us pass. The gatekeeper falls silent. He stands there quietly, waiting the challenge of those who attempt to pass. A moment of silence follows as both sides are ready themselves for a grueling fight. Alright. Wait. Do you have the key? The key? The gatekeeper looks at Han Ying with a confused expression for a moment before nodding his head and moving out of the way. Looks like you have no clue. You can enter now, please. What in the world is going on? There is a key for every lock. You must have the key to this lock. A lock can only be opened by its key. A tiny speck of light suddenly appears on Han Ying. It's a tiny, dried, unremarkable seed, glowing in a warm hue. The little seed that the old man gave me is a key? This is all you need to enter the gate? I am just a gatekeeper. Travelers must open the gate themselves. Han Ying climbs the stairs hesitantly and stops in front of the gate with the tiny seed in her hand. Mountain mist surges in through the gate, bathing everything in a dusty white. The view changes completely in the flick of a moment. The treacherous trail and the passage have disappeared. All that's left is a tightly sealed, lonesome gate and a crumbling half-wall. It must just be another dream beyond this gate. Now you have been warned. This is your last chance. You can still turn back and walk away from this gate. But if you open the gate, there will be things that we need to accept. We? It's a disgrace for the gatekeeper to let anyone pass through the gate. Once you open the gate, I will try to stop you from going forward and die. I'd rather not fight or kill you if I could. Guarding the gate is the meaning of my existence, and nothing would change that. I'm sure you know that what you have to do. We will all accept our fate, eventually. The mechanoid turns to face away from the gate and resumes its original upright stance. Han Ying grabs onto the rusty door knocker and pushes the gate open without hesitation. Hey, let's go. Is this the world behind the gate? The environment feels completely different from just now. Just like I thought, this place isn't real either. But why do I see another gate here? It just happens to be the same gate I saw on the mountain. Same gate I saw on the mountain. Maybe the answer is just behind it. You choose to push the gate open in the end. You seem ready. It's a tree. There seems to be someone under the tree, but the fog is too thick. Okay, Al. Oh, damn, okay. Oh, Pulao. Or is that the real Pulao? Yo-Yo! Was she brought here by the hackers? Yo-Yo, can you hear me? Oh, she's sleeping. Is she asleep? Good, at least she's okay. Wait for me, Yo-Yo. I'll take you out of here. Alright, let's go. Oh shit. Why isn't the controller?
I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Damn, okay.
I need to steady my stance. The water flows, the dance ends, the crane sings.
Alright.
I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Alright, let's
Ends,
go.
The crane sings. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Let's go.
I shall save the coda for my next entrance.
How does one describe the wind? That which carries the fallen leaf and that which ripples the water. But it might not be the wind that carries the fallen leaf or the rippled water. So this is the world beyond the gate. The gatekeeper looks up into the dancing leaves in front of the giant maple tree. Have you never been here yourself? I am the gatekeeper. What's behind the gate is not my business. I have never turned to look at the gate behind me. Or maybe there was no gate to begin with. No, the gate has always been here. There. You are the gate. You are the one keeping all this behind the gate. I am the gate. But this tree is not a dream that belongs to me. I am just a fragment. Maybe this dream belongs to the human you. You mean him? No, this dream does not belong to him either. He only wanted to take one last look at the Kowloon, at that ship and his friends. Were you passenger on the Niter? Who isn't? To find the truth, we died on the Niter and we were born again on the Niter. For the same truth, we became the gatekeeper or the gate itself. Maybe you can tell me your name and the names of your friends. You might not be able to make it out alive, but I could still say hi to them for you. I could tell them your story. Names are not important. I'm no longer in that dream. Do you know whom this dream belongs to? I don't know. All I know is that this tree is the dream of a seed. A seed? Han Ying searches for the seed but cannot find it. This is a wish. A wish that can only be realized in a dream. The old man's dream? I told you, I don't know. This dream is just a wish. It's not even a real dream. It's too shattered and incomplete to even have a proper entrance. My existence is no longer needed since you have passed through the gate. Will you awaken from the dream? No, because we are already part of this mountain. The gatekeeper picks up a leaf, which a moment later drifts back down to the water's surface with the breeze. These autumn leaves that blanket the heavens mark the end of our journey. Damn, okay. Well, damn, okay. That was a pretty fun end to the dream. Our home. Well, let's go. Oh shit, jumping right into it, huh? Alright, oh shit.
I need to steady my stance. The water flows, the clouds divide. I need to steady my... The dance ends. The crane sings.
Let's go.
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. I need to steady my stance. The
Let's
dance
go.
ends. The crane sings. The water flows. The clouds divide.
Insect.
Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. When the rain... I need to steady my stance. The dance
Nice.
ends. The crane sings. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The water flows. The clouds divide. When the rain stops, wind will blow. I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Hey, nice. Nice. Oh shit.
I need to steady my stance. The dance ends. The crane sings. I
Oh
need to
shit,
steady my
damn.
stance. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. I need to steady my stance. The dance ends. The crane sings. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. I need to steady my stance.
Shit.
When the rain... I can still hold on. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter.
Harry!
The dance ends. The crane
Nice.
sings.
Die!
When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest.
Crumble into...
I need to steady my stance. When the rain stops, wind will blow through the forest. The water flows, the clouds divide. The dance ends.
Oh, let's
the
go.
crane sings.
Die!
Dusk is falling. I need to steady my stance. Dusk is falling. The horn blows winter. When the rain... The dance ends. The crane sings.
Harry!
I need to steady my stance.
Hey, let's go. Oh shit. Oh damn. O dream as light as dawn, the great hall of our homeland is reserved for you. Our homeland is one with hell. Our homeland is the answer to the suffering we endure upon our bodies. Damn. I have lost. No, you cannot admit defeat. Get up, you cannot lose. Inside the ancient temple, ragged figures appear one after another. Most of them are wearing similarly styled hats that conceal part of their faces. They each carry a shimmering terminal as proof of their existence. This is not a dream, this is reality. Those standing in front of the temple and behind Fu Shen are living humans of flesh and blood. You are the cradle. Get up, you cannot lose, you cannot be defeated. The noble and undying, you are invincible. I am wish I am. The warrior, having collapsed on the ground from fatigue, begins to explode in orange sparks like an overloaded machine. Then, as if pulled by an invisible puppet string, it begins to stand up. They're forcing it to reboot. And when they're done, there's one way this can end. Stand up, remember your calling. You need to win, and there's no stopping. The warrior flickering red flashes through the garden once more. The whispers of the cradle and their key clatters muddle together to form what sounds like a grand prayer, but at the same time a meaningless hymn. The dazzling array of different colors from their terminals shines upon their ragged clothes to form a bizarre scene on the stage. Ugh! Attack, attack, attack. The fighter attacks without so much as a coherent move. It strikes with a force from pure intensity, just like the glorious red light sparkling around it. A figure in damaged armor grazes an agile figure in midair, leaving frightening gashes on the garden bricks. Han Ying blocks the warrior's attacks as she moves back for a brief moment of respite. Before she can take another breath, another attack comes striking down. Han Ying! Spooner suddenly emerges and blocks a heavy blow from Fu Shen. Skilled at combat as he is, Spooner still finds it difficult to withstand this unnatural power. Ugh. Slaughter and crush. Your power is unlimited. We kill. In the split second, Spooner is holding their enemy down. Han Ying joins in to subdue it. I ask you to... We follow. We retribute. Please fulfill our wish and realize all of our aspirations. Please fulfill. I won't be able to hold it down for much longer. Spooner, get ready to let go now. Fu Shen lands a heavy blow on the ground while Spooner and Han Ying roll in the other direction. There's only one chance. Han Ying flashes in front of Fu Shen. She has already closed her fan that is turned into a sharp dagger and is now aiming for the heart that might be inside Fu Shen. It's probably going to stop if I can hit that. She doesn't even have time to let her memory shell calculate the best course of action, nor does she know how to stall this giant machine. She can only act on her instincts. Complete. Han Ying! Your eyes already behold my question, but do you have the answer in your heart? So what is your question? I want to know what a heart is. So have you found the answer? No, I don't know what a heart is. What counts as having a heart and how to prove its existence. In fact, that is the answer. Now, how can a question be the answer? Maybe your existence alone is what makes a heart what it is. Perhaps you have these questions precisely because it exists. So what are you? I am your question. Your every choice, your cowardice, hesitation, sympathy, sins, and insanity are all part of me. I thought you only existed in my dreams. I've always been here, and so has she. This is truly nostalgic. So what is your question? I will commit sins. So what is your answer? I already have an answer. Hello there. Who is this? I am probably the witness to your answer. Witness, you can't be Fushen, a fragment of Fushen, or should we say what Fushen should have been? The humanoid hybrid mechanoid flashes a warm smile. So this is your dream. Dream? No, not exactly. You do know that mechanoids don't dream, don't you? This is merely one of my insignificant dreams. Before I was modified by the cradle, I kept this wish safe in the deepest corner of my heart. Then what is your wish in your heart? That is your answer. Eyes on the target, she thrusts her dagger in, like an inexperienced but clumsy assassin. A weak vibration travels up the fan and into her palm. In the next instant, the vibration grows into a violent disintegration. Well done, thank you, for taking this life with your very hands. Ah, I remember now. You are the mechanoid on that rainy night. A mechanoid on a rainy night. A rainy night. Are you Ulysses? Ah, that was my original name. Oh, damn. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. You're welcome, Spooner. But I've hoped out of the prison at the fighting ring right into yet another prison. A place without an exit. There were no signs of stars on that night, just like this. Only trees and a sky full of fallen leaves. The trembling finally subdues into silence. I hope that you will find the answer you want in your dream. Damn, bro. Damn, man. That's sad as hell, bro. God, man. Man, that sucks. Man, that sucks, bro. That honestly does. A name lost in hell. Is this really a good idea? Some problems we must solve with force. But they didn't do anything wrong. They're innocent. Tell me, do you believe in God? God? If God wants to put an end to evil, but can't, then God is incompetent. If God can put an end to evil, but hasn't, then God is evil. If God wants to put an end to evil and is capable of doing so, then why does evil linger in this world? If God does not want to and is incapable of putting an end to evil, then why do we call it God? Suffering and evil are second to the last cruelest of truths in this world. Second to last? Bang. We hereby declare that the cradle has been reborn. We have taken over this building saddled with hollow faith. This will be the beginning of our pilgrimage to overthrow the phony tyrants that rule over Kowloon. We would like to ask you for your cooperation while we borrow this building. Hey, Fushen. Oh, so that's what Fushen used to look like. Has the cradle told you about the experiments? Many of the apprentices under my master went already. They were all saying how they wouldn't need to practice cultivation anymore if we could reach an enlightenment using technology. You're not going to tell me you believe that, are you? I don't, of course. I just wanted to know whether enlightenment was just another name for truth. I think it's too dangerous. Nobody has returned from the experiment yet. For me, fantasy and reality are just two sides of the same coin, but the Cradle offered me a deal. As a friend, I want to stop you from going. I've been searching for the truth ever since I joined the Niter, and I have indeed found it. At the cost of losing my friends and what I was supposed to keep safe. I see. So I'm willing to bear the consequences if it means I could save others, if it means I could help them find their way out of the fraudulent virtual world. I've already seen the true and the false. But it makes me sad to think that there are those who cannot differentiate between reality and dream and live in a dream believing that it's real. Maybe it is my destiny to atone for my sins this way. Even at the cost of your life? Even at the cost of my life, yes. Have you found them? Some parts are missing, but I have Villiers' research and the final report sent from our people in the Niter. Oh my, at least they didn't die for nothing. I heard that after the assassination, Villiers put 300 million on our heads. Not gonna happen. Once we get the new debug report, we can start working on structuring the experiment. Leaving this mess for us to clean up, huh? Well played indeed, Villiers. We're going to build out with at least one managing AI with advanced computing power, but I guess we'll have to see how things go as we go now. Got it. Go and rest. You're not a young man anymore. I haven't had a good night's sleep in ages. Be a Q of Villiers. Kowloon is going to pay for their sins. For the Cradle. For the Cradle. Master, they're all gone. Good riddance. No amount of cultivation is going to keep them here if they can't stand their ground. Master, I'm here to bid you farewell. Oh, are you going to join the experiment too? No, I just want to bring everyone back. Your friend went with them too, right? Yes. No one knows what's going to happen, and I just want to see you one last time before I go. What's holding you back? Is it really okay if I go? It's your choice whether to stay or to leave. Understood. If I light and pass on its fire to 1,000, then it matters not that one of them dies. It worked. Duplicate and extract human data and framework in bulk. And the core is... Number 13, a male subject. I think he's from the Niter, but because we don't have an AI with enough computing power, we'll have to keep the human brain. That will slow down on the computing power a bit, but there's nothing else we can do. If you extract the duplicated human data and combine it with the debug report from the Niter, that should be enough for us to control mechanoids from a virtual environment, but we have no subject to test this on. What about the Niter? Isn't the shoreline crawling with humans after they docked? That's fucked, bro. Brilliant idea, but when we run into problems with their defense unit, the mechanoids left by our predecessors look quite promising. So what's going to happen after that? Man, they're so fucked up with this, man. What do you mean? We've pieced the technology together. Now what? Never mind that. Let's keep going. I'll deal with the mechanoids and humans we used in the experiment. Understood. By the way, are they all dead? Fuck, I want to strangle these guys. They are dead in theory. I'm no biologist, but because we couldn't fully understand Villiers' research, we had to kill them to extract and duplicate the data. Are they really dead? That other living world we constructed, is that the same as being dead? What do you mean? The dead don't speak, nor think, but they... I don't know. My parents planned out my whole life when I was still a kid. Oh shit. They had every single moment of my life planned out, from birth to death. No wishes allowed. My life was hell. No, it was worse than hell. please. Just kill me already. I'm innocent. Fuck. Or shit. Don't give me... They don't give a damn about the truth. They're just jealous. This smells nothing like air. My chest, please. I really miss my kid. Those who have sinned shall here be absolved. Those who have lost their hope shall here be granted hope. Those on the verge of death shall here be granted eternity. They run inside me as they roar. People derive joy out of their pain when they were still humans. Damn. And when their carnal shells perish, they too shall enter this cycle and derive joy out of people's pain themselves. And so too shall solitude, wishes, hatred, and fear forever cycle on. Oh shit. 20 years ago, the Cradle told him that he'd be able to save everyone in exchange for partaking in the experiment. Broke as a joke and having nothing better than tattered clothing to cover himself with, the man had nothing to lose. So the Cradle modified him, turning his brain into a receptor of people's consciousness and using him to control mechanoids. The man never ended up saving his friends. He met his friends again in his own world, at which point his friends had all perished. And so they lived in the dead new world. The Cradle went ahead and dug into his brain anyway, hoping to create a world where reality and virtual reality would blend into each other. From his brain, they managed to extract the mountain at its most beautiful through replication and growth. And that's how he lost all his memories of his friends, his teacher, and even his name. As a gesture of pity, the Cradle told him his teacher's name and the name of his best friend. And the man adopted his teacher's name as his own, out of shame. By the way, did you know that there are no butterflies up this mountain, no matter what season of the year it is? But on that very day, when the new world was created, there were butterflies everywhere, up on the peak. I'm going home for revenge. I got kicked out of home. This isn't home, so I can't. What did I do wrong? I never did anything wrong. Can you hear them? So this is them? Yes, and they have been inside me. Some were visitors from outside the mountains, some were spiritual seekers, and some were ghosts of the Cradle's making. Ghosts of the Cradle's making, huh? Hackers enter my body become a part of me when they die, which is why I can hear them, along with their wishes and aspirations. Don't you hate them, though? You're the way you are now because of them, and they've taken so many lives. I did, except I don't anymore. They have given up already. Time wears memories away, and most of the hackers that are still alive have forgotten their wishes. An eye for an eye, huh? That sounds like something he would do. I'm in no position to laugh at them, but I guess you do. I do? People are animals that live by their habits, but you don't. I'm a machine, not an animal. What difference does it make? Who would have been able to tell the difference anyway, had the line between machines and humans never been crossed? And it seems like you've made up your mind already anyway. I'm sorry? People hurt others and take away what's not theirs to guard and look for what they're after. And you've made a decision because you've been through the pain of being aware of this cruel truth. Out of nowhere, Han Ying feels it through the fan she's holding, a nerving shiver she's now no stranger to. Oh boy, look at this tree. Have you seen it? I have years ago, except it wasn't as big back then. The gatekeeper told me that this place was someone's dream. It is indeed. And I presume this is your dream? No, it's not. Everything up in this mountain comes from my thoughts. And I've seen everything except for this tree. I've heard about the seeds of this tree, so I put a shard of my younger self on guard for it. When the man stops by the maple tree, all seem to have come to a halt, even the leaves that were still rustling in the wind just moments ago. By the way, I understand I'm not the quietest old man you've ever seen, but I was hoping to make just one last request. Be my guest, I'll see to it. Please tell no one about this mountain when you're back home. We're but a part of the history, and we'd rather keep it that way. Home is too far away a place for us to go back to now, so please speak of us to no one when you're back. Of course, sir. Very well, very well. Pensively, the man studies a leaf he holds in midair. I was hoping never to wake up from this dream. But I have no idea anymore if this is actually a dream. You might have woken up a long time ago, and there's probably no difference between reality and dream. So please, end it all. She walks alone into the depths of the grand hall. To end it all, she has one last thing to do. There lies the world's cruelest of truths. The care unit room in the wooden attic is dominated by electronic devices of all sorts, having nothing but a single window through which its occupant can take in the world outside. In the center of the room is a life pod, clad by a thick layer of dust. With her hand, Han Ying dusts it off. Lying quietly inside the life pod is a middle-aged man with a calm expression, with probes of all sizes going into his body, most of which connected to his brain. This sight is painful just to behold. Stagnation is the name they gave this medical technology that maximally delays human aging, which Han Ying heard about back in the days when she was still on the Niter. And living with this pod is a very steep price the user has to pay. For the man inside the pod, time stopped on the very day he became one of us. It's ironic how you pick the face of an old man when you never age. And how you've been pursuing death when death is the least of your concerns living in that world. The sound of electricity traveling through the wires seemed to sound through the otherwise dead quiet room. When electricity passes through the wire that's in Han Ying's head and hand now, it turns into all sorts of powers that sustain his life. All his memories, wishes, aspirations, and his life. All of these would come to an end if she pulls the plug now. He will die and she will be his murderer. There just might be another way to help them snap out of this and help them lead a safe life. You've always known it, except you never wanted to wake up from the dream. At the end of the day, the answer we hold within us is probably what determines whether we are awake or dreaming. Embracing life and death was his and their last choice. A choice that she made herself to. The light dims when a cloud of dust slips off, leaving not one single piece of light in the room except for the light that comes in through the tiny window. Good night. Sam. The wind and the falling leaves utter the truth. Their journey has come to an end. I can see this tree from the attic. Attic. I can only see the top of the tree, but it's the only thing I can see through the window. Damn, this is a beautiful art. I see. This tree has been around for a few hundred years already, apparently. And on it will keep living. It sure will. Say, have you ever seen a pagoda tree? Pagoda trees are beautiful and blossom. Let's go when you're done resting. Man, this is sad yet beautiful. I don't need to try to catch up with you this time. No rush, we've got a long journey ahead. From thousands of leaves, a red maple leaf falls into her palm. It is a miserable soul without faith. The body is decayed, but its soul cannot find the gate to heaven. A pitiful one shall wander indefinitely before it lands. Damn, bro, that's sad as hell, man. Man, why is that so depressing, bro? That was just super depressing, bro. Rip Fushen, man. Let's move on to the next one, bro. Welcome back. Leave this one here and take this box here with you. Hey, it's a gear unit. Nice. Is this a spare part? Right, and this set of outfits that Han Ying usually keeps handy. Just so we're clear, you're not one of us. You're a construct, and Han Ying and the rest of us are mechanoids. She kept on saying your name in her dream, though. Do mechanoids dream? Well, I wouldn't call it that. It's just a neural circuit running on minimum power. Living human beings are the only thing that can dream, though. She's no human. She's one of us. By the way, the thing that you asked the shop owner to give me the other day... The what? The what? The piece of paper with the sorts of weird symbols. That's the language mechanoids use. The mechanoid right there beside you will translate it for you. But Uno doesn't talk. Should I do the honor then? Sorry, Yo-Yo. Yep, that's it. This is what she kept on saying in her dream. What's the matter with this, though? Well, nothing really. Anyhow, are you and Sage really going to be able to fix Han Ying? Han Ying's dream is very complicated. Sage might be the only one who knows how to wake her up. But even then, it's probably going to take a very long time. She either has to leave her dream or wanders on infinitely until her soul vanishes in there. No, I'm sure she's going to make it out just fine. What's going on? Is that my voice? Am I floating in the air? And that's me by the port, right? And why do I feel like I've seen that weird mechanoid over there? And the glass pot over there. No, I'm sure she's just going to make... she's going to make it out just fine. Who's that? Yo-Yo. Han Ying. Han Ying. Hey, here I am. Also, oh, that was a flashback. To back when first Han Ying was first taken by the Church of Machina. So that was a flashback. Okay. Cause yeah, that was gear. The gear. Okay. That dream I was in seemed ridiculously long. Same. Am I still dreaming? No, Yo-Yo. You're awake now. It's all over, Yo-Yo. That's good to know. In Han Ying's arms, Pulao once again closes her eyes and falls into a dreamless sleep. With Miku's last wish carried out, the mountain has never seen a single controlled mechanoid, nor heard the tolls of the bell. Waking up in no time in Han Ying's arms, Pulao holds Han Ying tight like she did that night many years ago. Aww, that's cute, man. Between them, however, no tears are shed, but only joy that needs not be uttered. As members of the Pulau crew wake up one after another, Pulau directs them to capture the remnants of the cradle, during which they stumble across some Pulau crew members who have lost their lives. Spooner lends Pulau crew a helping hand, something he really rarely ever does. Ouch, easy there, easy there. Throughout the entire process, Spooner remains quiet. He only shakes his head when Han Ying asks him whether they should take Fu Shen back to the church. I respect its wish, says Spooner. Mount Hawaii is the same old when they're back at its foot, except there isn't a trace of a machine or a human. This is such a beautiful mountain. It is, and you probably don't get to see mountains so beautiful outside of Kowloon. Extending her hand, Han Ying is about to pat Yo-Yo on the head like she would many years ago. When she realizes that patting Yo-Yo in front of her subordinates probably isn't exactly sightly. Let's go home. Without any hesitation, Pulau takes Han Ying's hand. Amidst the clumps of mugwort, barnyard grass, and white grass, the green bricks and gray tiles of Kowloon were nothing more than paintings found in painting schools that impartially document the moss on the crumbling stone walls and the rust on the steel wreckage. Most of the square tiles on the floor are no better than pulverized dust now, having been worn down by the fires of war. Some, however, remain where they have always been, albeit crushed and splintered. Stretching into the distance, they seem to have a story to tell every passerby of their collective past. My lady, we just threw the guys we'd captured up the mountain into the pantry on East Mall. A member of the Pulau crew, the girl passes Pulau a key and awaits her command. The pantry? Why, though? Lord Chaofeng rented the old pantry to keep the guys because we're out of space on board to keep them. What a guy. I guess I'm going to have to say thanks Sir Zhu personally, then. Anything else I can do for you, my lady? Beneath her tone and veil is a soul no older than late teens. This much one can tell. Let's call it a day, and thank you for coming all the way here. The pleasure is all mine. Surprised by Pulau's friendly gesture, the girl takes a hop and disappears amidst the yellow-gray bricks and tiles. That kid, how old is she? 17, joined us last month. She got all sorts of interesting ideas upstairs, though, and she really enjoys carrying herself beyond her age. That sounds like something you did all the time, Yo-Yo. No way! Dumbfounded for a second, Yo-Yo quickly breaks into a happy smile. With the bricks creaking steadily under their feet, Yo-Yo and Han Ying fade away in the green-gray scroll. In the craters through which river water flows, amidst the fractured high-rises, down to the last of corners, there are traces of unfiltered punishing. Beyond the bridge, the water makes its way all the way down a still deeper riverway. By the bridge stands a metallic road sign that bears the name of the street, number 20 East Silo Street. Han Ying, why do they call the street Silo Street? I don't see any big tall silos here. That's because people from the ship used to store grains in warehouses here, but not anymore. I see so many restaurants and food stalls and sugar figurines. Do you want one? I've got a few more grubs. Han Ying, look over there. Someone is doing martial arts on the stage. Is there a performance? No, they are more like bodyguards. Rich people hire bodyguards to protect themselves and their goods. Oh, you can make money as a bodyguard just by doing that? I can do it too, then. Not quite, but you got the right spirit there. Huh? It might be late by the time performance ends. If the market is still open, we'll come back through this street and get some snacks. Yep. Without so much as making a noise, the river water courses on, outspeeds, and dries up, before it outspreads again. As though nothing has changed, the two of them, hand in hand, walk quietly down the street of Kowloon. Han Ying. Yes? Well, I just wanted to say your name. Because it's been a while since we last enjoyed a walk together, no? It's been 20-odd years, and I still catch myself thinking about what would have become of you if you never turned you into a construct, Yo-Yo. Chao Feng is super naggy, and I never want to become someone like that. But haven't you ever regretted it? I mean, you did it because of me. And because of you, I survived living on the ship. Come on, Han Ying, you really need to stop bringing that up, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut about it too. Palau holds her hand out and, with a smile on her face, covers Han Ying's mouth. When she sees Han Ying's neck, however, she appears distracted. Time has brought them more memories than they could ever have recounted, yet everything about them in this city has transcended time itself. Hey, watch out there, will ya? Out of nowhere, a man carrying 2 hulking stacks of goods passes them by. Almost making the faux pas of dropping his goods, the man manages to save himself the embarrassment with some adroit maneuvers. Apologies, Sir, what are you? Never seen a luggage carrier, huh? Life would have been so much easier if these blubbers didn't just show up and take my job. No, sir, that's not what I mean. Anyhow, I gotta go now. With a gentle smile, the man picks up the luggage and walks away. Did you see all the things the guy is carrying? Fresh tangaloo here. Fresh flowers here. A light in golden neon lights, the street bustles with sales calls here and there. The Cronuses and red lanterns over the decorated archway seemingly have come to life over the crowd making their way through the street. What is all this? That is what Kowloon should be like. Out of the hustle and bustle of the street emerges a middle-aged couple, hand in hand and dressed in traditional outfits. Gentle-looking, the man looks this way with a smile. Aw, this is super cute. Hey, it's you! Oh, I love it. Shh. Staying by the man, the woman carrying the distinct vibes of a researcher puts her index finger over her mouth. Huh? The two of you aren't locals, are you? I was born here and raised in a proud Kowloon kid. Seemingly bothered that her authenticity is being called into question, Palau now carries herself tall. I'd have to bet that you two weren't from around here, though, judging from how clueless you look. Are you sisters? Of course. Must be quite a handful having to take care of a younger sister acting beyond her age, no? No, not at all. I wouldn't trade my days on the niter with her for anything else. The niter? So you really are clueless. I still remember that gigantic ship that Bixi built. Have you all been on the niter? Well, not really. Well, that's a shame, but it's docked right by the port now, so feel free to pay it a visit whenever you want to. And I take it that you take us there as a local guide? This is so super cute, man. Never had to do that, but you can always count on the almighty Palau. Wait, you can't be part of the Palau crew, can you? Well, I am. Oh my, so you're one of the child of Kowloon. I can't even tell you're a kid. Life is comfortable if you're part of Kowloon crew, alright? What's your salary like? I wouldn't really describe my life as being comfortable. I mean, I didn't join it for the grubs. Well, of course. As Yodo and the man chat away about the Kowloon crew, the woman quietly lets go of her husband's hand and walks up to Han Ying. Knowing full well where they are, the woman gently grabs Han Ying by the arm and all the same. She's the same great fun she used to be. When she was a kid, she keeps saying how she wanted to become one of the heroes from those action movies. And I guess she's made it. She always wanted to come back to Kowloon, but... Shaking her head, the woman cuts Han Ying short. Time had long forgotten us, but a fresh start awaits you as well as Kowloon. I don't think Yo-Yo knows who you are. That's fine, and let's just keep it that way. But I promised to come back here with her to visit the two of you. And you've kept your promise. The woman says with a gentle smile, the same way she did so many times back when she was living in Kowloon. Boy, that's super far up north. I know, right? That's the only ice-free port of the Arctic Route Union was able to do their business with us at. That place is so cold. I mean, you can literally sneeze there and see ice blasting out of your nose. Man, that sounds really bad. Which is why antifreeze comes in handy for constructs there. But the weather there is really just a cakewalk compared to all the corrupted and all sorts of things we need to deal with there. Seems like you're a true globetrotter then. What's the one line they always say? Love and hope? Conquer it all. Right, totally had it at the tip of my tongue. Have you heard of Kowloon's magical girl, huh? I have, and I still remember. There's this panda in it that can fly and speak. Oh my, and I kept thinking that people wouldn't know an anime this old. Old. It sure isn't it? Lying in the depths of the scroll are memories that transcend time itself. Hey, let's get going. Pretty chatty today, aren't you? We should let them go now. They got a whole list of things to do here. Oops, apologies. Are you leaving already? Yep. We did enjoy a great chat with the two of you, though. It's time for us to part our ways and carry on with our lives. Are you really from around here yourselves? Well, I'd say we'd always been living here, and this is where we'll always be living. But a globetrotter like yourself probably isn't going to stick around for too long, no? We'll see about that. Well, I'll see both of you around in town. In town? You bet. This kind gentleman here promised to do a Kowloon Magical Girl CD exchange with you, no? Yep, no way I'll ever let that slip. Alright, I'll see the both of you around then. Yep, take good care now. Take good care of her, Han Ying. I will. Walking hand in hand down a back alley and taking a turn, the couple disappears amidst the green bricks and gray tiles. A long trip later, Kowloon finds itself the way it's always been. The same way they find themselves now. Do you know them? Well, we go way back, kind of. Have I seen them before? I felt safe and happy talking to the man just now, and that's how I feel when I talk to you too. That's because you're used to talking to strangers now. And I guess that means I grew up a little? Yep, you heard what they said, right? You're old enough now to be out there to keep people safe. I'm sure no kids can survive days on the niter like you did. But I had this funny feeling just now when they left. It's kind of like a part of me went missing. With it, Han Ying can feel Yo-Yo's grip tighten around her own hand. Why is that, though? Time had long forgotten us, but a fresh start always awaits you as well as Kowloon. This is a trip they must take before the fresh start. Without saying a word, Han Ying tightens her hand around Yo-Yo's. It's fine, Yo-Yo. Remember how you promised me that you'd never cry again? I'm not crying, I'm just sad, and I don't know why. It's fine, I'm here. So do you know your way around here? Not really. I can't walk in Kowloon on my own to save my life. But let's do this together, Han Ying. Oh, that's super cute, man. That was super friggin' cute, man. Fuck. Frick's sake, bro. God damn it. That was friggin' cute, man. Anyways, let's move on to the last node of this chapter. Let's finish it off. After the curtains fall. Oh, this is cute, man. I love the cinematic. Cinematic's so cute.
あそこのエビ団子は今も当時の味ですか？
よよ、あなたに渡したいものがあるの。あなたの過去と九流、そして両親に関する記憶。持ってきたの。
Oh, damn. Okay. Shit.
そのままでいいです。
本当に？でも。
もちろん本当です。私はもう欲しいものを見つけました。
Aww. Aww.
わかった。よよ。いえ、ほら。
うわー、美味しそう。ダイヤ姉さん、こっちこっち。
え。
Aww. That's so friggin' cute, bro. Fuck. A few days later, at the Church of Machina. Boy, that's a shame. Who would have totally fixed your friend and restored his memory model if we used that technology by the same humanoid hybrid as you? Would have been very nice of you if you'd shown me some more trust. And as I said, what a real shame. I disagree, though. He picked his own path, and I had no intention of getting in his way. Well, so be it then. Say, how's Han Ying doing? She's back in Kowloon now. But she just came back here, no? When Han Ying took Arcana up on her invitation, Arcana told her that she could stay in Kowloon and help her kind. Well, that is great, no? I mean, given how little we know about how they make their machines in Kowloon. Kowloon. Making a sucking noise with its mouth, Xavier fiddles with the invention in his hands. Hey. Yes? Anything else? I can't help but remember how Arcana looked when Han Ying took her up on her invitation a few days ago. Oh, you have no clue, do you? You see, the hangman didn't get replaced because of a natural cause. You mean Han Ying? I was talking about the last hangman. This is what happened a long time ago. Well, a bit over a decade ago, I think. And you weren't around then. Because of what happened at the church, the guy who was assigned the role of the hangman died the very same day he joined the church. And they haven't found a replacement since, until Sage woke Han Ying up. The guy died the very same day he joined the church, you said? Right, and I guess this is probably what was going through Arcana's mind when she had that look on her face a few days ago. And up until that point, every single hangman was replaced because of unnatural causes, to the point that it overtook the chariot and wheel of fortune. And we thought Han Ying might be able to steer clear of the same fate, given that she's technically died once. Says Xavier as it touches its non-existent chin. But who knows, right? In the depths of the second prison down on the Nider's Orlope, a little while earlier. So I hope you've been enjoying your suffering so far. A man walks into the otherwise empty prison cell, his face silhouetted with the back against the sun. The cradle, however, has no trouble recognizing the name. You didn't come here to poke fun at me now, did you? We're both nothing more than dead corpses trapped in coffins of the past, Ian. Well, yours is probably a little more expensive than mine, I suppose. I see you're the same old. Oh, this guy. And so is that ugly face of yours. You got most of your people up in the mountain, and we just heard that the city that your old friend of yours is dead too. Oh, this ugly motherfucker. In short, you're all done for, every last one of you. Unfazed by Yin's derisive tone, the cradle remained seated squarely in his plank bed, his eyes fixated on the porthole. Well, we were all done for a long time ago. What goes around comes around. I'm sure they saw this coming. And given how old he is, this doesn't hit me as a surprise at all. Right, and I'm here to help you to face the music. With it, Yin pulls something out of his pocket and places it on the plank bed. It's a pistol. I brought this here for you, and it's got a single bullet in there. So you don't think I'm gonna rat you out, do you? What happened was written in Kowloon's history, keeping a group of assassins and assassinating the Lord of Kowloon. Well, I guess the would-be Lord of Kowloon would have been a much more fitting title. Do you really think everything you did will just go poof if you wipe me out? You're the last one among your people that lived through what had happened. So I thought this end be fitting for you. Not saying a word, the cradle reaches for the pistol and picks it up. The gun weighs heavily in his hand. An end befitting the last one of us, huh? Interesting how it all unfolds as she said it would. Tightening his trembling hands around the gun, the cradle trains it straight at Yin. Easy, just testing to see if I'm still alive. Scared, aren't you? On second thought, why would you be, though? I'm pretty sure you have another one handy up your sleeve somewhere. But you should be, because I'm one of the last of the Nighter's prisoners, and it makes perfect sense that I die here. And this time, though, you won't find yourself another ship that will be able to carry you. It's time I said my last words now, isn't it? A shame indeed. Damn. Get fucked, bro. Looking out of the city from the top of the observatory, one can see the white line where the sea and the sky meet just right beyond the port. Over at the top of the city sits a flower pond that's been out of maintenance for far too long, ruffled by a sudden gust of wind. The water in the pond ripples away at the unkempt wisterias. This is our favorite spot from which to enjoy a sweeping view of Kowloon, be it in the past or now. Plume might be the one governing and responsible for the city, but when her wings touch upon all that she can see now, she realizes that the city can give her no more return than what she can give the city. Reciprocity, such is the principle upon which everything operates. Following a tremor in the air, Baogui's projection appears by Q. Oh, that's Q. Q's still alive? Ma'am, they're back from the ship. I saw them. The medics are still up at the observatory, and I've asked them to get the thing you need ready. Thank you, Baogui. Don't mention it, man. There's just one thing I haven't quite wrapped my head around, though. What is it? Based on the information we have, the people living outside the city seem self-sufficient. They even carried those central purification filters into the city. I was just wondering if we really had to go out of our way to do everything we have for them and their children. Oh, Q's still alive, eh? Okay. When they made their choice of fleeing home while we were caught up fighting the Punishing? Well, I wonder if the people of Kowloon see us any differently, though. Damn. Kowloon treats all fairly, whether they once deserted the city and felt ashamed of being who they were, or had the burning urge in them to once again set foot in the city. We never hesitate to crucify those who have wronged or betrayed Kowloon. But a mother never turns away her children. Traversing the battle-scarred observatory Past the dimly lit ship, the wind carries on toward where the sea and the sky meet. Damn, okay. I'm so sick of the ever-changing politics and all the mind games. The Science Council is developing this technology they call Gestalt, and I'm going to join them. The only way to rid us of the imperfections in us and bring us ever closer to perfection is through absolute logic and rationality. Pathetic that it never hit you all these years. That governance is nothing more than a relationship that's built upon the mutual pretense and imbecility of he who governs and he who is governed. No, you don't get it at all. You have no right to name her. Her name is Hashu. She's going to be the only impeccable existence in this city. She never meant to blame her blood brother. Her pedigree and her birth in Kowloon are what set her life in stone. She was always meant to be the one lone finch that sang only for Kowloon and to the world. One is already too many. What would have been her chosen path, though, had she had the privilege to choose her own course of life? You might have tried very hard to rid yourself of imperfections in you and bring yourself ever closer to perfection, Villier. Interesting how the machines you made turned out more human than you, no? Ma'am? Anything else I can do for you? I just got a message from Fushi saying that they're almost done with the data you need. Great, do with it as I said. This might be a stupid question, but are we really going to just show the people the data of Tabula Akasha? I see it as a way for us to express our gratitude to her. I see, and there's just this other thing. We had a woman from Babylonia visiting us at Kowloon a few days ago that we'd never seen before. She went to the Niter first thing coming to Kowloon, and she seemed to have spoken with some people on the Niter. With it, Bagui's projection now shows a photograph. This picture is of a rundown breakfast canteen, with a bizarrely dressed woman seemingly conversing with Chao Feng, who sits across her. Oh, it's her. I presume you know her, ma'am? Do you remember Duheng? Duheng, from the Atraverse Bureau, I presume? Correct. But he died protecting the city, if my memory serves me correctly. Yes, except his wife took his name and lived on, because I asked her not to return to Kowloon to avoid the battle. She's aged quite a bit over the years. Oh, shit, okay. But she hasn't reached out to us at all ever since. And she might not be the most active of people, but she does things with plans and never backs away from what's difficult, so I'm sure she knows what she wants out of her life. I see, I will take my leave now, ma'am. Following a wave of white noise, Bagui's voice vanishes. A smart strategist knows better than to get involved in the war itself. Past midnight, living souls are a rare sight down at the port by which the Niter is docked. Han Ying stands quietly by the sea, sizing up the ship that many call their home. Hi, Han Ying. Why, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. People kept saying how you left for Kowloon. Are you not going back to the Niter? I don't think I will. There are things I need to do in other parts of Kowloon. That's great. Interesting how home could be so close yet so far. No? And yourself, aren't you going back? The lone swan knows no home, and neither do we. I'm not going back, because there are things I need to do, just like you. So where's Yo-Yo? She got her own things to do on the Niter and Kowloon. There are people she needs to protect now. She's not a kid anymore. Nodding her head, Duheng finds herself sizing up the Niter by Han Ying's side. You should really pay Kowloon a visit sometime, though. I mean, who knows? Kowloon might just shine in all its former glory again somewhere down the road soon. Let's chat over some nice tea then. On me, of course. With a few light pats on Han Ying's shoulder, Du Heng walks away without casting another look. With it, Han Ying finds herself alone again by the port. Rubbing the copper card in her hand, she gazes at the ship not so far away from her. With the card that reads 8 in her hand, or 12 in her hand, she sees a hazy reflection of herself staring back this way from the surface of the water. The lone swan knows no home, as it stays but transiently in the pond of life. She can now tell reality from a dream, and she can now tell life from death. Which is why she no longer questions what a heart is, because her heart's very act of raising the question itself is an answer enough to the question. And now only one unanswered question left. The slap of waves against the bank is reminiscent of time itself, as it ticks away on the land that's Kowloon. Amidst the sound of the waves, the night grows darker still, until the green figure can be seen no more. I make home where my heart finds its peace. Aww. That's super cute, man. On that night, deep within the embrace of Mount Huaiwu. Following the document she received a few days ago from an unknown sender, Du Heng now finds herself at the doorstep of Kratos' lab, located at the front of the Grand Hall on the peak. From the look of it, the lab hidden from sight below the Grand Hall now parallels in size with the temple that stands above. Hidden all the way up the mountain in the woods, who would have guessed? And this is the source code? In the hulking vacuum tube that stands at over a dozen meters tall is an object that any human with a normal vocabulary would have a hard time describing. With specks of light in all sorts of colors emanating through its cracks, the object is a hodgepodge of parts from printed wire boards with an entanglement of wires. On it is a plethora of monitors, showing views from different locations in the mountain and the vague figures making their way through the passage. The object can probably be best described as a gigantic heart, one consisting of wires and chips, with data and electricity coursing through it as the blood. Aesthetics most likely wasn't a major point of concern to the designer when this electric heart was first built, hence all the patches seen all over it. Totally goes to show the taste of that bunch of lunatics, I suppose. Du Heng shakes her head, her fingers working away over the control panel in search of what she came to look for. Hey, are you seeing this? Yes, and the data's crystal clear. Hwashu, Mechanoids, the North Asian Research Institute of Life Science and Evolution, they've got themselves a rowdy party, I see. Hwashu came up with Tabula Akasha, and it's obvious that these hackers are trying to copy that. They even went as far as stealing the technology that NARI had come up with on brain science. But they only ended up replicating a tiny part of Villiers' technology, which is why they weren't able to build a second Hwashu in Tabula Akasha. Nothing borrowed is ever groundbreaking. Never hurts to give things a try, no? I don't exactly have faith in something that a bunch of lunatics came up with. Do you believe in Tabula Akasha? It doesn't really matter if I do. The hard drive sitting on the panel is now transferring data at top speed. With her dry hand, she rubs the hard drive with the same gentleness that befits either a crying newborn or an empty carnal shell. Live on as a bargaining chip for us then. Okay then. Damn, okay. That was a pretty dope ending for the chapter, I won't lie. And honestly, I actually really like this chapter. I really enjoy that they're progressing the city of Kowloon and the Niter no plot of Kowloon forward now. Like they're really trying to propel it forward, you know? I really like that. And I also really enjoyed Han Ying's story, man. It was really nice and philosophical, you know? I like that. I like those sort of deep philosophical questions of, are you truly human? What is a heart? And are you truly human if you're so, like, and what true humanity is, you know? And all that. And honestly, I love the scenery of this chapter as well. It was beautiful, I won't lie. The scenery and set pieces in this chapter was beautiful. Was absolutely beautiful, man. Just beautiful stuff, dude. I loved it. I love the whole Asian style, almost China inspired mountains in a sense. I actually kind of like the boss Fu Shen. His story was a bit sad, I won't lie. And also, Cradle got what they deserved, man. Screw Cradle. They can die and choke a bag of dicks. They can 100% die and choke a bag of dicks, man. Also, I really loved the music in this as well. The music, I really loved it. It was very serene for most part. And I love the more orchestral, almost oriental style music that they used in this chapter as well. And I love the presentation during some of the battle stages as well. With the whole almost ink-like text boxes that appeared during some of the stages as well. I really like that. But overall, great story, man. I loved it. I was really invested in this, man. And it wasn't too long, so I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. I think that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the video and the stream. Also, if you want to see more, please subscribe and drop a follow. And remember to stay humble and be kind to people. And I'll see you guys later.